The UNIQLO U Airism oversized t-shirt has got to be the most repeated sentence on this channel. U Airism oversized t-shirt. UNIQLO U Airism oversized. The UNIQLO. But I have decided that for once, I will not be talking about UNIQLO in this video. Because we all know already that I love UNIQLO. So much so that I had to preface in the title of the video, and I'm doing it now again, that I'll be giving the spotlight to some other brands that deserve to be mentioned. So without further ado, and in no particular order, here are my top 5 favorite clothing brands right now, apart from UNIQLO.
Yo, Tim, what t-shirt are you wearing?
Oh, that's the Airism oversized tee. Just a quick disclaimer, a couple of the brands I'll be mentioning are on the more expensive side, and yes, I'll link to everything in the description, but please do not feel pressured to buy anything outside your budget. You can always find more affordable alternatives or simply get this style inspiration without purchasing the exact same stuff. This is just my list of my personal favorite brands right now, and I'll try to offer alternatives where I can. Hope you enjoy. First up, we have Fear of God. If I could describe this brand in 3 words, it would be elevated luxury streetwear. It was launched in 2013 in LA by Jerry Lorenzo, and the brand is known for their minimalist designs and quality craftsmanship. Fear of God has managed to take the fashion world by storm in one short decade, and it sure has taken over a big chunk of my wardrobe as well. My favorite pieces from Fear of God that I own are the black double-breasted wool overcoat. This is my go-to long coat with literally any outfit. The gray cotton fleece sweatpants from the Eternal collection. These are by far my most worn sweatpants. I love the drop crotch, the long drawstrings, and the overall fit. And finally, this white 100% wool hoodie. This one is from the 7th collection that I luckily managed to get on sale at a pretty big discount. I actually often get complimented on this piece when I wear it out. It's just one of those pieces that really draws the eye in thanks to its interesting texture. The Fear of God mainline is all about the highest tier of luxury items, and it also comes with the associated price tag. But if you like the silhouettes, the color palettes, and the general aesthetic of Fear of God, but you want something more affordable, I would suggest looking at their sister line, Essentials, which uses less luxurious materials. The prices still aren't cheap by any means, but it is a lot more affordable than the main line, and there are a lot of similarities in the designs and the aesthetic. This white sweatshirt and these relaxed sweatpants are probably my most worn pieces from Essentials. As you can see, the silhouettes are really similar to the main line. There are minute differences, but both brands follow a similar design language, with the main difference being the fabrics used. If you would have told 20-year-old me that he would one day be speaking favorably about Abercrombie on a fashion YouTube channel, I would have called you crazy. Because all I would think of when thinking about Abercrombie were slim-fitting t-shirts and hoodies with huge logos. But the truth is, Abercrombie has come a long way from what it was a decade ago. We see a lot more modern cuts, simpler designs focusing more on silhouette rather than heavy branding. And it's taking style cues from preppy streetwear brands like Emily and Dore and Drôle de Monsieur. However, what I go to Abercrombie for the most is their denim. Their selection of jeans is some of the best that I've found at an affordable price point. Baggy, loose, straight, 90s straight, slim, skinny, they have every fit possible to cater to everyone's style preference. But that's not all. Even within each category, each pair of jeans comes in a wide range of different colorways, and the size range is insane. You can choose your waist size, obviously, ranging from 28 to 40, but then you can also choose between 4 different lengths for each waist size. So it's extremely inclusive of different heights and body shapes. Being 5'7" myself with a disproportionately long torso and shorter legs, it's not always easy for me to find jeans that fit perfectly off the rack. And Abercrombie is pretty much the only brand that I found where I can just buy jeans off the rack and have them fit perfectly without me doing any alterations whatsoever. And for example, if you're a tall dude with a very skinny waist, you can also find your match with something like a 28 waist and a 34 length. Or on the other end of the spectrum, if you're a shorter guy with a broader waist, you can just get a large waist size and a short length. My favorite styles from Abercrombie are the 90s straight and the loose fit. And I just get a 28 waist, 30 length for both. Other than their denim, I would suggest looking at their vintage inspired graphic tees if you're into that. Their knitted polos are really good, and their shirt range also has some gems. At number 3, we have Cole Buxton. This British brand started in 2014 by Johnny Wilson and Cole Buxton, and if they could be summed up in 3 words, they would be luxury British sportswear. I first got introduced to the brand back in 2020. They had these heavyweight sweatpants and sweatshirts in that washed dark gray colorway that were super popular, and those were the first pieces I got that made me fall in love with the brand. At the time especially, it was hard to find hoodies with that oversized fit and drop shoulders while still being short enough that it doesn't drown you out. However, there was a point around 2022, if my memory serves me well, where they changed their sizing and their hoodies and sweatshirts became a lot longer than they used to be. And that's when I stopped buying from the brand for a little while, until more recently. I tried their pieces again and their sizing is back to that shorter length. In fact, the proportions for a basic sweatshirt seem to be a more accentuated version of what they initially started as. So the torso and the sleeves are even more oversized than before, while the length is even shorter. I feel like some of the pieces might be a little too short if you're very tall, but overall, I've been loving the newer pieces, especially in the outerwear department. I think the overshirts in particular look amazing. I got these 2 red and black ones recently, which y'all helped me pick on my Instagram. And by the way, if you want more outfit inspiration and you're not already following me on Instagram, make sure you head over there. I started going heavy on the reels recently with exclusive content just for my Instagram followers. If you're a fan of lesser-known independent brands, neutral colors, and Korean-inspired fashion, Le 17 Septembre is the brand for you. Although I have no idea why they spell the brand name in French, given that it's a South Korean brand. It was founded in Seoul in 2013 by Eun Hae-shin and named after her birthday. And the brand offers a minimalist, understated approach to fashion, focusing on refined silhouettes and unexpected details. The one piece I have from them is this gem of a faux leather jacket, which I've shown on my TikTok recently as one of my favorite pieces in my entire wardrobe. It has a boxy, oversized cut, which is a kind of fit that is generally quite hard to find in leather jackets. Saying that I wear this jacket a lot is honestly an understatement. This is my go-to jacket that I just grab and slap on top of almost any outfit. The only minor thing I'll say about it is I wish the sleeves were just a tad slimmer. I love the oversized fit and I'd want to keep it that way, but if I was designing it, I'd want to take maybe an inch or 2 off the circumference of the sleeve just to make it ever so slightly slimmer. A few other pieces from the brand that I currently have on my wish list but have not pulled the trigger on yet are these brown double pleated trousers made from cotton gabardine, as well as this off-white drop shoulder shirt, which hopefully, if it fits well, could be my new go-to shirt for smart casual attire. Le 17 Septembre is definitely a stellar brand with very cool silhouettes. So if you're into boxier cuts and interesting takes on everyday staples, this is a brand that you'll want to explore more of. For the number 5 spot, I have to give it to Acne Studios. If you've been consuming any amount of fashion content online, you've probably heard of this brand already. I know many other creators have spoken about this brand, and that's for a good reason. Acne Studios is a Swedish powerhouse in the world of fashion, and it has a really interesting backstory actually, which might surprise you. The brand initially started in 1996 as part of a creative collective going by the name ACNE, which stood for Associated Computer Nerd Enterprises. This creative collective focused on graphic design, film, production, and advertising. However, in 1997, the co-founder Johnny Johansson made 100 pairs of raw denim with red stitching and gifted them to friends and family. This was picked up by magazines like Vogue Paris and Wallpaper, and Acne Studios rapidly expanded their fashion offering beyond just denim. Eventually, it became a standalone company in 2006, and it has since evolved into a global fashion brand known for its avant-garde artistic approach to fashion design. It's hard to describe the exact style of the pieces that Acne produces, but one word that comes to mind is range. The range of different eclectic pieces they have is pretty wild. From super baggy jeans in a waxy coated finish, to see-through pink raincoats, to minimal black wool jackets, you never know what to expect with Acne Studios. And that's what I like about the brand. I'll be honest, 90% of the stuff they release I would probably never wear, as it's just not my style. But there is that 10% of pieces that I unexpectedly gravitate towards, and they bring a breath of fresh air into my wardrobe. Some of my favorite pieces that I've gotten from Acne over the years include this black wool jacket. The fit is just amazing, with a fairly short length, drop shoulders, and generous space in the sleeves. The design is pared back, yet it feels very sleek and sophisticated, and the fabric is top tier comfort. Next, we have these dusty red jeans. I don't usually like colorful denim, but this colorway in particular just hits different. It's a nuanced blend of faded brick red and navy, which gives it this very uncommon wash. It's like a subtle statement piece, not too loud, but still unique and eye-catching. And lastly, the Acne scarves. I'm not gonna lie, Acne is my go-to brand for scarves. I know they have the signature logo ones and the checkered ones, but I also just love their plain scarves. The quality is great and the dimensions are perfect if you like your scarves big and chunky like I do. I also got my first checkered Acne scarf recently since they released this new colorway, which I absolutely love. Simply put, Acne Studios is the brand that I go to when I want something a bit different, whether it's a statement piece or just a wardrobe staple with a twist. I know there's always something unique that's gonna catch my eye. So that rounds up my top 5 favorite clothing brands at the moment. But you know what? I feel like there's something we haven't done in a while. I've been talking a lot in this video, whole lot of talking and not enough action. Because it's one thing talking about these brands and these pieces, but it's another to show them in motion, worn out and about. So I feel like we should bring the lookbooks back. The OGs know that's how we did it in the early days, and we gotta bring some of that flavor back. But this time, let's do it better.